He paid his own groom price to secure her love. But what happened next will shock you. The groom's younger brother could not believe what was happening. He had to do something crazy in order to win over his older brother's heart. The bride looked stunning as she entered the venue with her father. All eyes were on her as she walked down the aisle. She looked radiant as she made her way towards her soon-to-be husband. But little did everyone know that the bride was only marrying this man because he paid her family a huge sum of money. Yes, you heard it right. This was not a love marriage. It was a marriage of convenience. Where does the groom's brother come into the picture? You will find out shortly. Before we begin, please take some time to subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss any news stories, hit the bell icon so you never miss any updates. It all started when the groomie's parents went to the bride's house to ask for her hand in marriage. They were ready to do anything to make their son happy. And since the groom was madly in love with the bride, they didn't hesitate to pay her family a hefty amount of money as the groom price. The bride's family was over the moon with the offer and readily agreed to the marriage proposal. Everyone started making preparations for the wedding. The bride was over the fact that she was getting married to a man she didn't know. But the hefty sum of money that her family received made it all seem worthwhile. As the wedding day approached, the bride's family became even greedier. They started demanding more and more money from the groom's family. They even asked for expensive gifts for the bride. The groom's family had no choice but to agree to all of their demands. They just wanted their son to be happy. They didn't realize that the bride's family was taking advantage of their kindness. On the day of the wedding, the bride looked stunning as she walked down the aisle. The groom was also handsome in his traditional attire. The wedding ceremony was beautiful, and everyone celebrated the newlyweds with joy. But the bride's heart was heavy as she exchanged vows with a man she didn't love. Meanwhile, the groom's younger brother was in love with the bride. He couldn't understand why his brother had to marry a woman he didn't love. He felt that his brother deserved someone who loved him back. The younger brother couldn't control his feelings anymore. He had to do something crazy. At the reception, the groom and the bride were cutting the cake. The newlyweds were in their own little bubble, not realizing what was about to happen. Suddenly, the bride's brother took the microphone. Everyone turned to look at him. He cleared his throat and said, "I have something to say." Everyone became silent. The bride's brother continued, "I know this might come as a shock to all of you, but I love my sister. I know she's getting married today, but I couldn't be happier for her." He then turned to the bride and said, "You are marrying a good man today. I know he loves you and will take care of you always." The bride's brother then turned to the groom and said, "Take care of my sister. If you ever make her cry, I will be after you." With that, he threw a punch at the groom and knocked him out. Everyone was shocked to see what had happened. The bride's brother had just made a fool out of her family and ruined her marriage. The bride was furious, but there was nothing she could do. Her brother had made his point clear. He loved her and would do anything to protect her. In the end, the groom decided to let it go. He knew that the bride's brother was just looking out for her. And besides, he loved her too much to hold it against her brother. What do you think of the bride's brother's actions? Let us know in the comments below. The bride's family was furious, but there was nothing they could do. They had made a big mistake by trying to sell their daughter to the highest bidder. In the end, they lost everything. The groom's family, on the other hand, was proud of their son for being so understanding. They knew that he was a good man and would never hurt the bride intentionally. So, my dear viewers, never try to buy love. It is the most precious thing in the world and cannot be bought with money. If you want to know how the groom took his revenge and destroyed the whole family of the bride, stay tuned for the next video.